If you've been struggling to figure out how to finally make money online, I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to share with you. By now, you've probably seen all kinds of people online claiming to make money by selling a PDF, a digital design, or maybe an ebook. And I get it, it does sound suspicious because I did used to think the same thing. But after creating a 7-figure digital product shop on Etsy, I can say without a doubt that selling digital products online is one of the most powerful businesses to start. So let me explain why, because I know that you might be thinking that you need a super big audience or some type of fancy physical product or even a big ad budget. But trust me, you don't, and here's what makes digital products so powerful. First, you create it once and you can sell it forever. Second is that there is no inventory to manage. Third, we don't have any shipping headaches. And fourth, there's no 2 a.m. customer service nightmares usually. And fifth, it takes really little overhead or capital to get started compared to most businesses. It's basically 90% profit and it can run while you sleep. But here's the real problem that I see every day. Most people know that digital products are the way to go, but when it comes time to actually create them, they freeze up. So that is exactly what I'm going to help you with today. I've been testing a lot of different types of AI prompts behind the scenes, and these just aren't generic ChatGPT prompts. They are tested and proven and actually tap into market demand. So that's what I'm giving you today. 5 prompts, 5 different products, 5 different ways that you can make your first $1,000 online. So product number 1 are sarcastic quotes that are in an SVG format in a bundle. So this product works because this customer is actually usually a small business owner who constantly needs new types of designs and quotes and sayings. This is because they are creating physical products like tumblers or t-shirts for their end customer. In this particular product case, the sarcastic niche is huge. It's also fairly underserved, especially now with AI, because we can easily come up with new types of sayings that haven't been overdone. As you can see, this seller is crushing it with simple text-based designs. Within this sarcastic niche, they have things like mom humor, dad jokes and sarcasm, work and office humor, some pet owner sarcasm, and different types of occupational sarcasm, like for teachers or for nurses. So here's the prompt, and I'm not going to read it out, but basically it's a collection of 30 different unique, humorous, and motivational quotes perfect for SVG designs. I will have all of these prompts down in the description below. So in this particular example, I had ChatGPT write me a collection of 30 different quotes for the niche of moms running small businesses. So once I have all of these created, I can take it a step further and have ChatGPT actually write me the AI image prompts. So then I can take it into an AI image generator and quickly create these. And to do that, all I said was write the written AI image prompt for each of these. Now, to quickly create these, I've just opened up Kittl, which is one of my favorite AI image generators because it has the ability to actually create SVG files and save them, so that I'm not going into anything complicated like Adobe Illustrator. It's just simply using AI, and it has the ability to save as an SVG file. So to do this, all I've done is copied in my prompt that I got from ChatGPT. Then I've went to styles, which is right here. And the one that I have used, which turns out really great for these types of SVG files, is this one right here, Vector Art Ideogram version 2. So then I just select that and then click generate image. This one is a prompt about having 97 tabs open with none of them responding. Again, as I asked for specific types of quotes related to someone who would be working, who is also a mom. I could go in and tweak this a little bit more to make it more mom specific, but I do think that this overall did a really great job just because it has the laptop, it has the tabs, and then different types of sizes with the fonts. To save this, all I'm going to do is go over to export, which is right here, and make sure that SVG is selected. Then I'm just going to click remove background so it doesn't save it on a white background, and click optimize quality. Then you are just clicking download, and that is it. So a couple of tips when creating this particular product is that you want to bundle them. Most SVG files come in a bundle of anywhere from 10 to 20 to even larger bundles that have 100 different files. You want to make sure that you are usually creating niche specific bundles. So this could be for moms who also have small businesses, or for dog moms, or for nurses. Besides the bundle image as your main photo listing, you also want to show the SVG on products such as a t-shirt or a mug or a tote bag to show that it's in use and give the buyer an understanding of what it would look like when it's placed on a product. So as a way to create more revenue for you, you want to also include an upsell like a commercial license. Again, since many of the purchasers who buy SVG files are small business owners, they of course want to be able to sell their products, so they will need a commercial license. Typically, you will see these types of shops selling commercial licenses from anywhere from $25 to even up to $50 and $100. I've seen some. This of course just depends on how many designs you're including in that commercial license. So you'll just want to look at some of the examples out there and then create your listing for your commercial license according to what the majority of the competition has had success with. Okay, so product number 2 and prompt number 2 are for 2026 digital planners. So every January, millions of people make resolutions. And by February, the majority of them have fallen off track. And usually the blame is put on, well, I just didn't have the right system. So smart sellers on Etsy are already positioning themselves and getting ready for this particular wave of traffic. So as you can see with this particular product here in November, it's already in 20 plus carts. It's only 2 months old and it's already had a total of 222 sales. So here's the prompt to actually create this. Once you have all of your information for your planner, it's time to go over to Canva and actually put that information into a template. So once you have all of your information from ChatGPT for your planner, it's time to actually format it. So when I have always made these in the past, personally, I will use something called PLR, which stands for Private Label Rights Templates, because it gives me a base foundation and I'm not creating anything from scratch. I'm not formatting anything. I'm just basically switching out the information. Then it's just as easy as exporting your new template as a PDF so that the customer has the ability to go in and edit it and make changes if you are selling it as a PLR template again. Of course, you can always create a finished product. So this would be something like a moon phase digital planner, for example, or a planner for moms. And that would be serving the end customer. So you would want to do a little bit more editing and personalization to those types of planners. You can also offer things like a printable version versus a digital version. And right there, just from one planner, you could potentially have 4 different products. And real quick here, if you want my step-by-step framework on how I built a $1 million Etsy shop in just under 2 years, I did turn this into a new free starter guide, and it also comes with 100 AI prompts. The link for this will be down in the description below. Okay, so product number 3 are digital invitations. Now, if you take a look at this shop, they have over 30,000 sales and they only have 21 products. So this type of shop is something to really take note of and try to look and see how they've been successful so that you can create your own type of shop if you are in the digital card or the invitation space on Etsy. Okay, so every single day, someone is planning a wedding, they're planning a party or a baby shower or a graduation. And most want their events to feel somewhat special and coordinated. But hiring designers and actually printing them can cost anywhere from $200 to $500. So this type of shop works because it has instant delivery. So this is perfect for last minute planners. And also for those who don't have the type of money to to be spending on a professional designer. So the invitation types that sell best on Etsy are things like wedding invitations, birthday party invites for both kids and adults, baby showers and gender reveal parties, things like graduation announcements and seasonal party invites. And then you have things like bridal shower invites and bachelorette parties, and special occasion type birthdays like the Sweet 16 party or the quinceanera. So here is a fun prompt to get your invitation laid out with all of the information and the styles that you would need. You'll also want to create this in Canva so that it has editable fields, as everybody's dates are going to be different, as well as things like the name and the location. There are so many different upsell opportunities with this particular niche as well, so you're going to want to think of things that go along with the event. So things like menu cards and programs, or matching thank you cards. Things like party favor tags and welcome signs and banners also do really well. In this particular niche, it's really important to actually niche down, so you don't want to just do things like a kid's birthday party invitation. It would need to be something like a kid's dinosaur birthday party invitation or a boho wedding invite. So product number 4 are ebooks. So think how-to guides and mini courses. There is so much information out there, and people honestly get really overwhelmed and frustrated when they just can't quickly find what they need. At the end of the day, a lot of people just want someone to tell them what to do step by step, and that's where things like ebooks come into play. So the ideal buyer is usually stuck or frustrated, or they've watched 47 YouTube videos and they're just ready to pay for a solution. So if you take a look at this particular listing here, it's how to create and sell digital products for beginners with MRR and PLR. So this is what I talked about earlier with the PLR planner, but this is a specific guide on how to actually do this. So as you can see, this has had over 352 sales, and while I don't necessarily agree with this price, you can see that it's still in 20 plus carts. They might just be doing more of a limited Black Friday sale, but I would definitely look at this price, as I don't believe in underpricing for your products, especially if you spent a lot of time on them. So the type of ebooks that convert are things like how to start and then insert a specific business model, or a step-by-step guide on how to solve a specific problem. So this could be a step-by-step guide to training your dachshund. So a complete beginner's guide to knitting or crocheting. Then there's things like money and side hustles. So that would be things like how to start this type of side hustle on XYZ platform. Then you could get into the productivity space, which would be things like organization or mindset, or really anything to do with just self-improvement. So again, the niching is really important. We do not want to go broad here. So it's not how to make money online, it's how to make money with digital products and Etsy, or how to sell SVG files on Etsy in 2026 without design skills. Ideally, your ebook will solve one problem and not 10. So here's the prompt for this one. You will need to insert your specific title, your specific problem for your specific audience. So create a detailed outline for a 20 to 25 page ebook titled XYZ, and then it solves XYZ problem. You can also have ChatGPT help you come up with different types of topic ideas based on demand. Again, the creation process is fairly easy if you are using a PLR or MRR template, as there are many out there for different types of ebooks. A great place to get PLR templates or ebook guide templates like this would be on Etsy itself, or you can use a PLR site like my own. I will have it linked down in the description below. And you can even find these on sites like Creative Fabrica. You'll just want to do a quick search like ebook, MRR template, or PLR template. So here are some additional topics that are really popular right now. You could do things like AI tools and ChatGPT guides. Of course, the making money online space with digital products is always really popular, but again, you want to be specific on what type of digital products you would create your book about. Things like Canva design tutorials are always really popular, social media content calendars, and budget and debt trackers are also really big. So product number 5 is printable wall art. So every single day, millions of people are either redecorating their homes or they're decorating for an upcoming season or holiday. So in this specific example, for the Christmas season, they want art that feels unique and personal to them, but original art can often cost anywhere from $100 to $500. And so it's really no wonder that a lot of people end up purchasing digital and printable wall art. So if we take a look at this listing, which is a funny Christmas bathroom print, again, we're getting really specific with the niche. You'll see that it's already doing really well and it's just a month old. So it's a Christmas tree that has been arranged with toilet paper, with lights, but it has a really cute watercolor aesthetic, and it's specific for the bathroom. And then it's also niching down, being in the season or holiday category of Christmas. So this niche really thrives because the trends can change drastically. So it can be at one time really popular for boho styles to be popping up, or maybe cottagecore, and then it can switch to something like more minimalism or being very minimalistic. At the same time, buyers also often purchase multiples because they want a themed look. So that would be several different bathroom prints, or maybe for multiple bathrooms or for different rooms of the house, all in the same type of style. Some of the winning categories right now are things like nature and landscapes, and then you have things like abstract and different types of geometric designs. Inspirational quotes and typography are always popular, as well as botanical and floral prints. Vintage and retro aesthetics have really been popping up, and then of course you have things like seasonal and holiday themes. This can also be basically scaled infinitely, because if you are creating seasonal and holiday themed art, it can be something in the minimalism type of trend, or the watercolor, more on the funny, humorous one that we just saw. So here's a ChatGPT prompt to create your wall art. Again, you will need to have a theme in mind, so botanical, abstract, or minimalist, and then you'll want to include your specific elements. There will be brackets in this prompt so you can easily see where you need to switch out your color palette or your elements or the actual theme. You can then take your prompt into whatever your favorite AI image generator tool is to create these types of prints in seconds. So there are 5 digital products that are quietly making sellers thousands of dollars per month, and the prompts to create them. It's as simple as using the prompts in ChatGPT that I gave you, opening up something like Canva, copying and pasting and doing some simple edits, and listing your products where there's demand for them, like on a marketplace such as Etsy. If you do want a full design tutorial on any of the products that I mentioned in this video, then be sure to comment which one down in the comments. Again, be sure to grab my free Etsy starter guide down in the description below. It comes with 100 AI prompts, and it will really help you see my framework for how I set up my shop to make over $1 million, again, under 2 years. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.